Hey there, Jen here, and this is a happy bit. I want to talk today about surrender. Surrender is a big word with lots of meaning. Maybe it makes you think of weakness or letting go or giving up. And maybe you picture things you've seen on TV where perhaps there are two sides of a war and one side waves that white flag and then they surrender. They give up. They've lost. It's a sad day. Now, a lot of us take that idea of surrender as weakness and bring it into our lives. And in our culture, we adopt ideas like never give up, never quit, keep going until the end. And we try to apply it in all areas of our life, but it can actually be one of the leading causes of unhappiness and dissatisfaction and lack of contentment in our lives. So I want to talk to you about what it means for me to surrender. The dictionary says surrender means essentially to stop fighting, to stop resisting. And I want you to think for a minute, what are those things in your life that you resist? The things that you don't like, the things that bring you deep sadness and frustration and worry. All of those low vibration emotions, fear, worry, sadness, shame, all of it means we are resisting what is. The opposite is truly living in the energy of love, where we live in the now, mindful awareness, mindful self-compassion, mindfully living in that energy of love and joy and peace in the present moment with acceptance. So I feel that surrender isn't weakness, but it is acceptance. Now, a lot of you are cringing already. You're saying, Jen, my husband is so lazy. Okay, you're not really saying that, but you might be. Or my teenager is so sassy, or I'm so overweight, or whatever all of these things are that you resist. You're saying, you're telling me I'm supposed to accept it? Well, I'm not going to tell you anything, but hear me out throughout this little happy bit. When you are in the energy of resistance, you are unhappy. But if you take it too far, it becomes unhelpful and unmotivating because you shift into an energy of shame and fear and not good enough. So this is your measuring line. If you don't want to surrender or you're not sure about it, shift instead and ask yourself, am I feeling like something is not good enough? My husband is not good enough because he doesn't buy me flowers, or he's not thoughtful, he doesn't call, he doesn't appreciate me, he doesn't plan dates. Therefore, I'm dissatisfied. And that energy is lower vibration for you. Does that energy change him? Usually not. In fact, it usually makes things worse, right? Talk about the kids. Not good enough. Not good enough grades. Not good enough behavior. Not good enough at doing their chores. It's no fun to ask them a million times, right? But then what happens? They are not good enough, and they receive the message of not good enough. Everyone's vibration is lowered, and we shift into the energy of shame, the lowest vibration emotion. Finances. Are you satisfied? Or is it not good enough? What about your body? Is it good enough? Or, well, it could be better. I could be more thin. I could have more energy. I could have better skin. I could have better hair, Jen. What about your parents? Is that relationship with your mom or your dad, is it good enough? What about your routine? Morning routine, evening routine. What about your organization system? And we can go on and on and on. So when we're in this energy of resistance, we have not surrendered to what our life is bringing us, to what the universe or God has given us in our lives to help us grow. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsor, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you about the antidote to this not good enough and talk about how we can surrender to some of these things to increase not only our happiness, but the happiness of those in our lives. We'll be right back. If you're like me, the list of books you want to read is just getting longer. You simply don't have time to read them all. That's why I love our sponsor, Blinkist, because it's the only app that takes thousands of best-selling nonfiction books, all of our favorite self-help books, and distills them down to their most impactful elements. So you can read or listen to a book in just 15 minutes, all on your phone. That means when your friends are talking about the newest Brené Brown book, you're going to know everything that book is about with only a 15-minute investment of your time. The Blinkist library is massive and includes timeless classics like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, all the way up to Amazon current bestsellers like 12 Rules for Life and Antidote for Chaos. Right now, for a limited time, Blinkist has a special offer just for Vibrant Happy Women listeners. Go to Blinkist.com/vibrant to start your free 7-day trial to check it out. With Blinkist, you'll expand your knowledge in just 15 minutes, plus you can listen anywhere. Just think about it. Every time you're chauffeuring the kids around, you could get through another new book and be uplifted and inspired. So again, go to Blinkist, Blinkist.com/vibrant to start your free 7-day trial. Welcome back. We've been talking about surrendering and letting go of this not enough idea. And I want to share something related to this topic from my Instagram channel. Just this week, I posted a quote on Instagram, and it goes like this. There are parts of you that want the sadness. Find them out. Ask them why. And I had a comment from, her name is Okie Juggler. I don't know if she listens to this podcast, but if you do, her comment is amazing. She wrote, she's answering the question, why the sadness is there. And she said, because people want something more. They want what was, but is no more. Because the good could be better. Because they don't understand why what's still here can't be better. Do you see what's happening there? We are comparing our present moment to our past, to the future we dream about, to what other people have. And we're not saying, hey, I'm going to surrender and I have enough, just like it is now. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, totally follow me. And that is at jen.riday, instagram.com/jen.riday. Follow me there. Anyway, the antidote is to stop wishing for the past, or stop wishing we had more, or stop comparing, and just to say, enough, enough. I surrender. What I have now is enough, even if it's different than the past. Even if it's not what I expected it should be, even if it doesn't compare to my neighbor, I'm going to say enough. I have enough. I am enough. My body is enough. My marriage, my partner is enough. My kids are enough. My finances are enough. The stuff I own is definitely enough. This moment is enough. I am enough. It's saying enough. In so many ways, literally, figuratively, surrendering and no longer asking for more. Why should we do this? Shouldn't we always just chase after more and more and more and more? Not really. We'll never achieve it because there is no end. There is no perfect marriage. There is no perfect child. There is no final amount of finally having enough money. We have to say we have enough now. My body's enough. My marriage is enough. My kids are enough. So what would that look like for you? You can maybe try closing your eyes if you're not driving and imagining right now in your present body saying, it's enough. I'm done chasing for more. It is enough. I surrender. What does that feel like to you? Does it feel like a sigh of relief? That's how it feels to me. Or maybe you think about your marriage and immediately some of you might be thinking, oh, it's so bad. I don't know, Jen. But what if you look at that spouse you've been married to or with and say, they're enough. Here are all the good things, and all those good things are enough. I surrender. Or maybe your child doesn't have all A's, behaves kind of sassy, never gets their chores done the first time. You say, she's enough. Just like this. She doesn't need to be more. She's enough right now. Do you feel the change in the energy? No longer are we striving and striving and striving, constantly reaching for something in the future that may never be there, may never be enough. And we sit and say, right now, I surrender. My marriage is enough. My body is enough. My kids are enough. My finances and my stuff are enough. I am happy now. I choose happiness now. I surrender. And that is our quote for the week. And for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving, this is perfectly aligned with gratitude to say, enough. I have enough right now. I surrender the constant striving and doing, and I'm going to spend my day, my Thanksgiving, my month, my week, my year, my life, surrendering, being enough, enjoying all of my enough. Thank you so much for listening today, and I wish you happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time. Take care. Thanks for listening to the Vibrant Happy Women podcast at www.jenriday.com.